Alright, man. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, man.
You
Welcome.
ready?
Welcome. Yeah, I do.
No, you do the thing.
I don't know. I don't remember how to do. What are we supposed to do?
You just. I don't know. The same way you're doing it. Just do it.
Oh, it's you always. Yeah, you do the thing. Welcome and you always hype it up. Hype it up, man.
Alright, Paul.
Yeah.
Hi and welcome back to another
Bang
where, bro.
keys.
Chat. And welcome back to another episode of
AI.
You have to turn that down and still quiz out a mosquito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of PTSE.
With your host,
Of me, Subday.
and for each job, right?
How are you, man?
I'm alright, dog.
How was the Punchline show on Friday?
Was dope, man. Was dope. Was dope, of course, man. You saw yourself fluffing.
So myself.
We haven't seen you in a while on stage, dog. So it was nice to see you back.
I had responsibilities to take care of. Making money moves in Arusha, man.
Of course, man. I was going to ask you, by the way. Like you've been gone. You haven't done like an episode last week. We weren't able to because a guy was traveling to Arusha. A-town vibes.
Yeah. Arusha is nice now.
You went by plane, of course.
By plane, yes. Yeah. ATC. They don't have a space for you to put your suit.
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem, yeah.
Full of shit. I came in with my suit and I said, "Hey man, can you hang it for me?" We don't have space. Why? They're supposed to have a space somewhere on the plane and you hang these things.
But it was a good flight, short.
Oh yeah, it was good, man. The return flight was even better because we were on that big plane, that Boeing 7 something. Huge, dog. I don't know how many people get in, like 100 plus. It was so nice. And just the experience in Arusha was cool because of the weather at this time.
Yeah.
Like you're from Dar, it's very hot, and then you go to Arusha, it's cold. Like the winter is starting, so it gets cold. But I enjoyed it because I was prepared this time. Last time I went without a sweater.
This time it's a little different. You went with a suit, a blazer.
I went with a suit and I had this heavy jacket that I was wearing every day, and I had my boots. I washed them today. The boots were dirty, man, very dirty. And then now they have a KFC. So once you have a KFC, life is good. They have Bolt now. Dog, Arusha's balling now.
They're leveling up, eh?
Bolt and KFC.
We should move there, man.
Dog, I thought about it. I really for the first time I thought, this is not bad, but the options are limited, like places to eat and hang out, and the times they close very early and stuff like that. So that's the only thing that's going to be an issue.
Ndo mikoani huko, man. Tabia za kizee,
Yeah, that and the fact that there's no comedy there.
Yeah.
Well, there is, but it's not consistent. So, so that would be the biggest issue. But it was cool being there for the Kili Fair 2024.
Where did you stay, by the way?
Mount Meru.
Mount Meru.
Mount Meru Hotel.
How many stars?
I don't know. 4-star, 5-star.
It doesn't matter to you anymore.
Nah,
It doesn't matter to you anymore.
To be honest, I don't want to stay there anymore. Yeah, quality is going down.
Yeah.
It's not like what it used to be.
Let's talk about Zamani,
Yeah, I'd rather go to Grand Malia and which other place is nice. My colleagues were staying at 4 Points.
How should I know? You want a good lodge, I can tell you. I'm your guy.
Oh, you know the lodges?
I know the lodges.
I'm gonna need a couple of lodges.
You want a good lodge and Airbnb? Hey,
when
I'm your guy,
I go there out of office money, I'm gonna need a lodge. But hey, it's nice, man. I enjoyed it for the first time ever because it's like my 4th time, I think, in Arusha. For the first time, I enjoyed being there. It was cool. Yeah. And what were you up to? In Dar es Salaam?
Man, nothing. Not a lot of stuff, man. Just been. I've been driving again. Gone back to driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean again? What happened?
Like I haven't been driving for like some time. Like
any reason why?
I just felt like I was going to get into an accident if I continued driving. And I just wanted to walk. You know that feel?
Yeah.
So I've just been doing more walking, but now I'm back to driving, and it's
No, that's a smart move because alcoholics usually have this. Alcoholics usually have this phase where they feel like they're going to get into an accident.
Yeah, so to add to that, I'm now 2 weeks sober.
That's a smart move. I commend you.
Yeah.
I commend you for that. How's the driving?
The driving is annoying, dog. Like
Yeah.
like I think I preferred walking. Because walking is just
But you can't walk everywhere, dog.
you honestly can.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
It's easier.
like if it's in your commute, for example, I live in Buguruni. So living in Buguruni, working in town, that's a walking distance, especially with the road construction and everything. I just
Yeah.
prefer to walk, and I'd work for sometimes even while I'm there. I tell you I'm going to Spider and all that. I'm going to Upanga. Like I just walk around everywhere.
Yeah.
It's good, man. It's
No, walking is nice, man. It's healthy.
It's chill.
There's an old man in the office who walks from Masaki to what's that place called? To Bahari Beach.
Okay, nah.
He walks.
Okay, he's
Uh,
a proper nomad.
yeah, he not like an everyday thing, but he does it frequently. And like, I'll introduce you one day when you come to the office. Like, you can see how it helps him stay fit. He tells you that's all he does, and he's like old dog, maybe in his 50s, maybe late 50s, but he's fit. Ahmed comes to the office sometimes, and he was telling me the other day, hey, Yule, we call him Babu. He goes, Yule Jamai, he has a strong hand. When he gives you like a handshake, you can feel he's just fit. He looks fit, and that's all he does. He walks.
Like a fundi Cheriani hand.
Yes, yes. So imagine if that's what he can achieve just by walking. Like all you need to do is walk, dog. That's what we were meant to do. This is how we become lazy and we want to use cars and bodas and bajaj and whatnot.
Walk, use public transport, man. Meet some people.
Yeah, every now and then it's really cool.
It's interesting when you see a beautiful lady in the bus. Like that's the most interesting thing that can happen in your day.
Who did you see?
I saw this one. I was in that. Now here's the problem. I could see them and they saw me seeing them, and then I felt like there's something supposed to happen, but we're in a bus.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
So there's that feel as like, come on,
you can't just.
you can't just. You
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
What bus was it?
Um.
From where to where?
Kwa station Makumbusho, something like that.
Yeah, you can't do anything on that
You
one.
can't do anything. On that. Yeah.
Poster maybe.
Poster you can.
Yeah, like Poster Makumbusho is cool.
Like it's long enough for you to start, and then
Yeah, and also the level of people who jump on the Poster Makumbusho one.
so the level of people who jump on the station in Makumbusho.
Nah, it's not the same.
I was on that bus.
the chances of the people who take the Poster Makumbusho one knowing some English is higher compared to the ones who take the stationi.
I'll do it in Kiswahili though.
Really?
You don't believe
You are Swahili?
my Swahili is proper, man.
Give me an example of what you would say.
Let's say I'm seeing her, right?
Yeah.
Amekaa amesimama.
Amekaa?
Okay, amekaa amekaa, it's different, you know?
Okay, amesimama.
Amesimama. Simple, I just offer my seat, you know?
Wewe na wewe umesimama.
So tumesimama tena, bro.
Aya, unampa your seat and then what happens? Now amekaa, what do you say?
Unaenda?
Station, si Poster station.
Unaenda kwa biashara au kwa leisure? Kwa biashara au kwa starehe? Hey man. Anyways.
This is the most pathetic thing. Kwa biashara, kwa leisure. And you were saying your Swahili is proper.
My Swahili is proper, dog.
Yo.
But apart from that, my sister is also back from uni. She's doing her holiday. She's here for summer.
Which sister? You have many sisters.
The younger one. I think she's the youngest one.
Where was she?
She was in
Dodoma.
No. That's another one.
You see?
This one was in the US.
Okay.
She's one of my favorites.
All right.
Yeah.
How long has she been here?
She's been here. She just came here yesterday, I think. She was here
Okay.
yesterday, yeah.
All right.
So it's dope that she's gonna be around. I'm happy for that.
All right. Oh, cool, man. Enjoy it.
I will, dog.
Enjoy it while you can.
You know, you gotta enjoy your people.
Yeah.
Call them, see how they're doing.
True.
I even did the same thing with you because you were really busy for like the past 2 weeks. Even the Arusha thing aside, just work and everything. It's just been up and down for us here at the podcast. Even today, that's why we don't even have Jo with us because she's still at work.
Oh yeah, I forgot Joe is not on the podcast.
It's alright.
Shout out to Joe.
We usually do it with someone else. But
I know, but like it feels so natural because we did the first 3 by ourselves.
yeah.
And I forgot we did like another 10, 12 with someone, and then now, okay.
It's
but Joe is still on the podcast.
Yeah,
guys,
it's the mind of a man. Like,
it is. I apologize and I confess I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But having said that, thank you for the juice, man. Thank you for welcoming me.
No, feel at home, bro.
Yeah,
there's another room if you want to sleep.
Thanks, man.
There's juice. I can get you another juice if you want. I hope Joe's listening.
Why is it whenever I come over to your place?
Yeah.
Apart from the amazing hospitality, of course. You always offer me a sleeping area. Like you always make it seem like I don't have my own place to stay.
I don't know. I thought this was the first time I'm offering.
No, this is like
I've
the third
offered
time.
before.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a problem. I don't know. No, the hospitality runs in my blood. Very hospitable person. Hospitable is a word.
Yeah.
Decomposer is not a word.
I thought that was a word. Decomposure is not a word.
Decomposure. Yeah, we said decomposure. I don't think that's a word.
Why not decompose?
It sounds right.
It sounds right.
Should be a word.
Decomposure. Because you have composure.
Yeah, you have composure. Decomposure.
Like when I was talking to that girl in the Daladala, I had decomposure.
Decomposure.
And decomposing composure.
It's a word for the podcast now.
Trademarked.
It works. Yeah. But the point is, juice was being offered on today's episode, guys.
Congrats. And on that note, the topic of today is Paul, Chapelle in Kenya.
Yeah, man. For those of you who do not know, dear listeners, Dave Chapelle, stand-up comedian.
Goat.
We need to start with who he is. Stand-up comedian.
Goat.
The founder and creator of the Chapelle Show was performing live in Nairobi, Kenya, and this is last month.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago,
something like that.
And basically, it was like a short notice because the show was announced 2 days prior to the thing, and it was sold out. They sold out like a 500-seater, and. Yeah, man, no one has proof that the show happened because no one took pictures.
No, we saw pictures after the thing, though. Like
yeah, but the thing they do is when Chapelle performs, they lock people's phones in bags. And then if you want to use your phone, you're supposed to go outside and they open your bag for you and you can use your phone. So, like, there's no real-time photos and videos of what was happening. Everyone is just saying, I was there, but we don't have proof that this person was there.
They can just say, holy shit, I was there too, man. If that's the
case. We were all there. We were there. We
Yeah.
just couldn't take photos and pictures, but we were there. Of
course, man.
Photos and pictures, photos and videos. but we were there. And it's cool. I think it's cool that he's able to do those shows where people have to lock their devices because of the attention that it brings to the room. Oh, man. That must be so cool. It's that thing where you sneeze and people laugh, man.
You know, I never thought of that aspect of like the crowd's attention towards you while you're performing.
Yeah. Oh, it's because they've nothing else. You've killed everything. People think we have a detention today.
English is.
I need to sleep some more. People think we have an attention deficit, like we have short-term attention spans, but it's just these things. If we take them away, what happens? Attention will come back. Right. So these guys are locking devices, and I'm just imagining what they must have been like. The only option is to look at whoever's on stage and performing and stuff, and you're processing the whole thing, which must be even a greater experience than having your phone and trying to text and what. So I've performed in a theater. I know what it's like with people having their phones. It's one of the best feelings ever, like the attention you get in a theater. And I'm imagining same vibes now. The phones are gone. Whoo! Dog. Yeah. That must be crazy.
Must have been proper, yeah? I can't imagine just as a young comic being on being on that stage, because we know some people who performed with him on the same night.
Yeah.
Right. And I can imagine, just as a young comic, feeling that aura. Like you have to bring a different game on that day.
For sure, dog.
Like it's
for sure. I don't know. I haven't spoken to the peeps who performed with him. One of them was Greg Wahome. I think that's his last name. In case it's not your last name, Greg, I apologize. And then there's Shiru Mwangi and Eric Lou Savali. I haven't spoken to either of them to really find out what it was like. Oh, but I do have some inside scoop. I'll tell you off the show.
okay.
Off the pod. This is some stuff that I heard here and there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get what you mean, man. It must have been like a totally different vibe, dog. I mean, the most famous person I think I've opened for was the Daliso Chaponda.
Oh yeah. I remember.
And I don't know really how I felt. Like if I felt like there was pressure to deliver and what. But looking back on it, I'm like, it's something special performing with these people, you know. So that's cool. And yeah, we just need to find out more from whoever. Evans was there, Evans Bukuku, but I also haven't spoken to him about what it was like.
Shout out Bukuku.
Yeah, man. But yeah, the Dave Chapelle in Nairobi, Kenya, very interesting.
Do you think, and I'll ask you this because we're comics, so this is it's kind of unfair to the people who are listening. But do you think that when you have Dave Chapelle on the same stage with you, let's say the shit is out, and you're opening or you're somewhere there before Dave Chapelle performs, do you think it automatically might not be the best word, but you think it does that thing where it automatically raises the level of confidence you have for that day? Or does this depend on the kind of comic you are, like on the kind of person you are? Because personally, if Dave Chapelle was on the same stage that I'm performing, can you imagine? I would, like, it's a whole different aura to how I'm going to approach that show, to how my jokes are going to come out, you know? It's like I can attest it to when you come and see me perform. Right? Usually when I know your Hamis see me, it's like, yo, my master's watching me do this. So it's like, you know?
Yeah, I have to do something.
I have to show like I'm not wasting people's time here.
Yeah.
You know? So what do you think? Do you think that there's like an uplift in just your own ability to perform on that night when someone as big as Chapelle is on stage with you?
Yeah, man, I think so. Or at least it should be that way. I mean, every comic is going to approach it differently. Someone might actually have more reason to say, hey, I'm going out to do something today. But then someone else might feel more pressured and therefore more scared. And the more scared you are, we don't know what's going to happen now because it's fight or flight, right? The adrenaline is there and we don't know, are you going to do bad or are you going to do good? Some do bad not because they're bad, because they were just that frightened of the thing. So all I can imagine is, obviously, as a comic, you want to really give it your best and show what you're made of. And that's the way it should be, man. That's the way it should be.
I don't know why, though, but I don't know why he had to have, like, Kenyan comics open for him. I mean, East Africa is connected, you know? Like,
it was in Kenya. Who else do you want him to open for him?
Hey, he has a joke about... Oh, never mind. It's distasteful. But... I was going to say something about, there's one of his specials where he has a trans who opens up for him. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her name is Daphne.
How did you know?
It's in one of his specials. He talks about it. Like it was an actual bit or a joke.
Okay.
Yeah. But how big do you think that was? Like having Chapelle in Kenya, because it was after that we start seeing like other things coming out. Like that's when you start seeing pictures of him maybe on safari. Going to like a tourist site or whatever. But how big do you think that could be for comedy in East Africa, actually, not just Kenya? Because,
Yeah. Oh, man, that's huge. I mean, anytime you have someone of that level performing in one of our third world countries, it's almost like they they put the country on the map for other ignorant Americans. That's the best way I could have said it.
Especially Kenya.
I'm like, for other ignorant Americans, because these people think Africa is one country. So whenever you have them coming through like that, I think it's dope in the sense that they recognize as a certain country in a certain part of the world where they can also go and perform and do whatever they need to do. So that's the cool part about it. The rest, I don't know. Like in terms of comedy, that's all I can imagine. But in terms of like what it does now, apart from comedy, does it increase guests coming in through tourism or more celebrities coming through? I don't know.
Other comedians, hopefully,
Yeah, other comedians, hopefully. But for now, that's all I can see, man. That's all it does. It just creates awareness of this place in the world. Yeah, that's what I think.
Who do you think would follow? Who would you think would follow, or who would you like to follow after the coming of David Chapelle? Who else would you want to come as a big star?
No one. They must come to Tanzania.
Yeah, to Tanzania. Yeah. Not to Kenya. They already have their own stuff.
Kenyans are full of shit.
Yeah, they have so many. They have Lupita Nyong'o. They have Obama.
Yeah, man.
Chapelle. Come on, man. Right?
And they have that Indian Prime Minister.
Oh, what's his name?
From England.
What's his name?
The Indian guy.
What's his name?
I don't know, dog. The Prime Minister now.
Starts with a K. There's a KH.
There's an R somewhere. There's a S
Kush
somewhere.
Something.
Kush.
I don't know him. I just see that he's mad aggressive. It's mad aggressive when you see him on the videos.
Yeah, because they were like he has some Kenyan ancestry and maybe some Tanzanian ancestry. I don't know. Hey, Kenyans, you can have him.
You can have him. Just leave our mountain alone.
We don't care about that guy. But hey, man, my favorite comedian is Chris Rock. That's someone that I'd want to see live. Like, if it's happening in Tanzania, of course, it can't be at the little theater. It's too small.
It has to be probably.
Do we have a bigger theater? Because even the one in Makumbusho feels small. I don't know how many seater it is. The one at the Makumbusho opposite IFM.
Another place.
I don't know how many seater that is. Is there another theater apart from that one?
The one at the PSSF building is quite big, I would say. The one that they use for Atubaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite big.
But that's not like a theater.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of theaters do we have or we don't? We have large spaces. We don't have theaters.
We don't.
That's sad. But let's just say, for example, he's performing at the PSSF building or at Mbimani City or whatever. Hey, man, I'm gonna be there.
Now thank you for saying that. Now let's come back to the reality of what Tanzania is. Of how our beautiful politicized country is. Dog, we go to shows every day, you and I.
Yeah.
No, hassle free.
Yeah.
We walk in, we walk out, and it's like you're walking into your bathroom.
Yeah.
No, dog. The second Chris Rock lands here,
yeah,
you're going to see people you have never seen before.
Of course. And we're not talking about politicians.
No, of course not. Not them. Why them? They're too busy doing, political stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But the second he lands here, I've already written myself off. I know I'm not going to be like on the front end of this. No.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably going to be in the back.
Yeah.
But coming back to reality, do you actually see it working out in the most civil manner? Not him coming here. Him coming here is one thing. But the entire interaction, the entire ule uchao aniseme mbota kuwepo.
Yeah. No, man, it's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be a lot of unnecessary people trying to associate with the guy, and obviously it's gonna get very political very quickly.
100.
And I don't know like what's really gonna happen, but I know it's not gonna be just entertainment as entertainment should be. And like what you're saying is, we walk into shows and we like seamlessly go in and out and stuff, but if someone like that were to come, we might have a tougher time. And I understand that, dog. That's why I'm like, hey, I'll make a plan, dog. I've been to those large venues. There's people that sell popcorn. I'm gonna sell popcorn. There's always the people that sell popcorn and the ones that sell drinks,
Yeah.
beers and some soft drinks. All you need is like a yellow T-shirt and a cap and a tray. Hey man, I'm in there, and I don't even need to be in the front. I need to be somewhere, even in the back, because I feel like that's when I might have the real feel of what is happening in that room. Like I feel the whole thing from the front going to the back of the room, the laughs and the you know. That's one comic that I want to see, man. That would be cool. Who would you want to see?
It'll be him.
Yeah,
100%. After him, it would be Russell Peters. Russell Peters is someone I would go watch wholeheartedly. But it will be first Chris Rock,
Yeah,
then Russell Peters. Russell Peters is just a personal...
one of your favorites.
It's one of my favorites. How he does everything.
Yeah,
I've even been listening to some of his interviews.
yeah,
I've been listening to a lot of Russell Peters interviews and Donnell Rawlings interviews.
yeah.
Donnell, I don't know, man. Donnell has this thing where you don't believe what he's saying.
You cannot believe him. He looks too shady.
It looks too shady, but at the same time, you can feel the guy. You're like,
You can feel this. It might be true.
it might be true. You're like, let me give you the benefit of the doubt, you know?
Yeah,
And then Russell Peters, he has a lot of... He comes off silly
yeah.
and stupid,
Yeah.
but he has a lot of concrete content.
Yeah,
You know, he has a lot of it.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you mean.
Yeah,
I
he has
get what
like,
you mean.
if you listen to him very well, it's like, he talks about growing up, talks about the hip hop era, talks about becoming an Indian comic, like the only Indian comic,
Yeah.
you know, working in different... Apparently, he's also a DJ. He does all these things. These are the things that people don't know about comics. And people look at you and they think, you're just a comedian. Kumbe,
Yeah.
sometimes you go to, the Grand Melia in Arusha,
Dog,
5-star hotels.
Last
So,
Friday when I said to the people,
influencing.
I said when I said I was doing some crowd work, and I said that I also work in hospitality. Did you see what the audience did?
They were shocked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually laughed. I said, "Hey, what? I work in hospitality for real." It's like, and I remember telling them, I said, "Hey, comedians have lives too." I said something like along those lines, like comedians have jobs or comedians have lives, something like that.
Yeah.
But like, it's so weird that people just expect us to be, not expect us, but they quickly assume that we are just what they see on that stage, and then they forget there's other things that might be happening off stage.
Which is funny because we're making jokes and content that relate to your life.
Yeah,
For me to
like,
know that, I have to
how
live.
would I know these
Yeah.
things if I wasn't, living through them? So yeah, that makes sense.
I think I'm just experiencing divorces.
You think I'm just making up stuff about relationships failing
No, man.
and working in hospitality? Ay. No, that's cool. Russell Pizzas. Okay.
Yeah, but also something else we have to touch on is, yes, these are people that they are idols. They're icons in the game. But at the same time, dog, we are trying so hard. As you just put right there.
Yeah.
But we have lives apart from the stage.
Yeah.
Dog, we need to promote our own comedians. Yes. And this was a great point you brought up when I spoke to you about this. You said, Kwamba, yes, Dave Chapelle came to Kenya. Then what? That's
Yeah.
the hardest question.
Yeah.
So even in Tanzania, even before like Chris Rock comes, we need to bring our own guys, man.
Yeah, man. It's the thing that people forget because we get so excited about that person coming through. And we praise and we idolize and we worship these people and we call them the goats and the legends and what. But you forget that you might have someone who is even funnier than them. And that's not even me talking smack. That's just the truth.
It is.
Like I remember when I was in high school, you always had those. It's always either a maths teacher who always says the most profound stuff that you might not understand at that time.
Crushing your dreams,
Crushing your dreams, but speaking facts. Like this math teacher used to jump in the class before he starts teaching. He would start writing something and not finish whatever he's writing, and then he'd turn around and look at us and say, imagine we're like in Form 3, dog, and he would say, "Nye watoto nye, you don't have to be here. I mean, you could be somewhere shaking your waist and making money. Look at Diamond Platinums. Me, I've been teaching for 15 years. I'm here. Diamond has been singing for 9 years. Look at him. And then he turned around and continued writing. And now it's up to you with your common sense. Did you get what he just said, or are you gonna pretend like this nigga is drunk and then you're gonna? He would just say the most profound stuff. So I remember this one time. I don't know if it was the same teacher or another teacher who were talking about the fastest man in the world. That time was Usain Bolt, and the teacher said, Usain is probably not the fastest man in the world. It's just that he has. What did he say? It's what?
It's Diddy, but okay. Bad boys for life.
Oh, bad boys. My teacher said, he's probably not the fastest man in the world. There's probably someone in a village somewhere who is way faster, but just hasn't had the opportunities and the limelight and the spotlight to be recognized as the fastest person in the world. And so when you think about those things, you're like, oh, there's a good point. So it applies to everyone in every area of every form of whatever you're doing. It could be as a comedian. There's someone that's funnier. I genuinely think my mom is funnier than me. That's what I think. I mean, she cannot go on stage and do what I do. But dog, she could be on the bus and make everyone laugh. I cannot do that. Like, so that's the thing that we say, okay, we're gonna keep praising these people and keep on putting them on this high, I don't even know what, but we forget that we have local comics and we have no idea what their potential, we have no idea what they're capable of and what they could achieve, right? With the right amount of push and the right amount of confidence. Sometimes it's just confidence. Just you showing this person that you believe in them can unlock something way crazier, right? So we need to appreciate our talents, man. We need to appreciate the people we have, because David's going to come through and then David's going to leave, and then what do you have? And then you're going to say, Sicilini. But when you have a comic who's funny, you're like, you won't have Dave where?
Yeah, that's always the case.
Yeah, like, you think you're on the same level. Dog, we might be funnier because we mix languages. Dave doesn't mix languages.
That's tough, man.
We naturally jump into English and Swahili and whatever other slang in between, and we're making you laugh.
Sometimes Chinese also.
Yeah, like, but then, so I appreciate these visiting entertainers.
Yeah, but you're right, man. It should be like our own thing. I think it just lies in belief. The way you said, in a lot of aspects, we just don't look at them. I think it just lies in belief, because if you look at, for example, the beauty pageants, the Miss Universe, Miss Nini, we don't look at those things. If you hear to be Miss Nanya Nakuja, but we don't care, because we have our own Lilian Kamazimba,
Of course.
So like it's just like an additional thought process.
You are addicted to Lilian. Are you stalking Lilian? This guy, Lilian, please answer his DMs. If he's DMing you, please just say hi. Oh yeah. Shout out to Lilian,
who I've performed in front of, by the way.
Yeah, Lilian's the shit.
But yeah, man, it's just that belief, Kwamba, like, we have our own things here. We need to start looking at it. That famous African mom saying, "Oh, we have food at home. We have it at home."
Hey, man, and there's many talents, and there's many stories to be told, and we need to give ourselves the opportunity to shine.
We need to let the listeners know too, like the comics, like we have Clayton, Sosa.
And before we even mention all these comics, man, I think one thing that we don't even do enough is appreciating and sharing even our own content. Because if someone sees a Russell Peters video or a Dave Chapelle video, it's somehow easier for them to share and like and recommend to their friends. But if it's my video and it's of me saying something, it's not going to be accepted as equally Does it make sense?
100%.
I mean, hey, if it's not funny, fine. But if it's funny, do the thing that you do. Send, share. Dog, I'm listening to these comedians who say that they don't understand English comedy, right? Because that's where I came from, where I got a less love and appreciation because I was trying to do English comedy very early on, and then at some point I see these same comedians who say they don't understand English saying Trevor Noah's the shit. What language is Trevor Noah speaking for you to say Trevor Noah is the shit? It's sad, man. But yeah, man, let's just support. Let's love and appreciate and support, because when we make it, I will remind you. I will say, hey, Trevor Noah is the shit, eh?
What to add to that is, you hit the nail on the mark, because I've actually seen. You ever seen someone share a video?
Yeah.
I once saw a friend of mine share a video, and it's not like I'm blasting them or anything.
No, blast them.
I'm not afraid to lose people.
Blast them.
But I am. So they shared this thing, and I asked them like why, because I know they're not really a fan of this.
Yeah.
But I understood. There's this class thing on Instagram. There's this class identity on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like if Hamis
on social media.
Yeah. Like if I am affiliated with Hamis Simde, someone who's been nominated for so many awards, a household name, I can share his stuff more evenly, because people will think, I'm also, these people that listen to Hamis Simde.
Yeah.
But if it's Farij, this guy from Buguruni, who can't talk to women in Daladalas,
yeah,
you're not going to,
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So there's just that thing, because sometimes you just see new comics.
Yeah.
They're being shared. Like people just send you these things on Instagram or whatever. You just look at them and you're like, I know this guy's full brand of humor. And this doesn't correlate at all,
And it's not even new comics, dog. People share videos of unfunny comics. These unfunny comics that have content on Netflix.
Can I Amy Schumer?
Dog, share content of the really funny guys, if that's the case.
The problem is the real funny guys say the real funny things, which happen to be real things that people find sensitive.
Yeah, that's another point.
That's the problem.
What are you about? But like, hey, in my opinion, we need to do a good job of appreciating of our own people. My good friend Maina Munene.
Yeah, shout out.
Said they were asking him something about the Dave show and stuff, and he said he didn't get to attend, but what he would love to see is Kenyan people coming out to watch Kenyan comedians.
Yeah.
On that scale. And I'm like, oh, that's dope.
Of course, man.
Yeah, that's dope. That's what you need. That's what you want.
Yeah.
At least then we can say we have our own, compared to us keeping on, praising these people and stuff.
Yeah, man.
So, having said that, we can now shout out to these different comedians, starting with our own comedians. The first one you said is Clayton Msosa.
Clayton Msosa, young blood.
I'm gonna, because I have friends in countries, man. I'm international.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Maina Monene.
You went for your guy.
My guy first. My guy, Maina Monene. Shout out, man.
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to... The way you said it, I was expecting a longer name. Shout out to Josh. Okay.
That's enough.
That's enough. Shout out to Evans Bukuku.
Shout out to Naila Manga.
Shout out to Conqueror, the Stress Resistor. Full name.
Yo, he had a great set last week, by the way. Shout out to Pepe.
Shout out to Kevin Pam.
Shout out to Dale.
Shout out to Sadiq Ali.
Oh, yeah, man.
Sadiq is also busy babysitting.
I got my own international too. Shout out to Kina, the South African.
Is it Kina or Kine?
Kina.
Because it's Kina and Kine. I think it's Kine.
The South African.
Yeah.
The one with the dreads.
Yeah.
The one with the bubbly personality.
Yeah.
That looks like an African AI model.
Yes.
That one.
Cool. That's Kine.
Kine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lauren LJ.
Or
I don't know her last name, but Lauren.
She's one. Yeah, she's one of our very own, man. She's one of our very own.
Not really. She's American, but continue.
She doesn't have a gun, so
Cool. She's ours.
she's ours.
Are we sure she doesn't have a gun?
Shout out to Juma Jicho.
Juma Jukes. I was supposed to say hi to him, Newsy. We didn't get to hang, but
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to Juma. Juma is Nimpare, so he always relates with me on that sense. Kwamba sisi ni wapare.
He doesn't feel very parish.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what he feels like, but yeah. Shout out to Juma. Shout out to Ahmed Dahal.
Shout out to Gilbert Munga.
Oh, yo. Shout out to
Fire comic.
Fire, man. Fire. Shout out to D Comic.
Hey.
Shout out to Hallelujah.
Shout out to Hallelujah. Yeah.
Who else are we forgetting?
Let me
Shout
look.
out to Kipotoshi.
Let me look at the lineup.
Shout out to Leonardo. Shout out to another female comic. What's this girl's name? Tina. I don't know if Tina is still on stand up, but shout out to Tina.
Tina Rogot.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does a lot of content, yeah?
Yeah, she's an actress.
That's
Actress.
dope.
She's on this series on DSTV. Not Juakali, but something along those lines.
Would you ever do the DSTV thing, the Maisha Bongo Plus stuff?
Not these ones that are there, not these shows that are there.
Why not?
It would have to be something much better,
I would do these shows.
funnier.
I would do these shows.
No.
I can see you playing like a father character.
That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Too young to be playing father characters.
Shout out to Domi.
Oh, Dominic. Oh, the homie. Shout out to Domi. I don't know who I'm forgetting, man. Shout out to all of our local comedians.
Yeah, shout out to all you guys, man. Even the new ones that have been coming up recently, man.
The newer comics.
Coming out, some funny people, man.
Shout out to you
Dutella,
guys.
bro.
Yeah.
Dutella, Venus, and them, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And shout outs to the people that continue to support us, the people that show love and respect, the people that share our content, that keep on wishing us well. I know I have a good number of people that have supported me in my career so far. So thank you so much. You guys are the real MVPs.
Those are the real ones that we need to shout out, you know?
Yeah, shout out to you guys. I won't say your names because I love you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say your names on this thing that we often criticize the government.
And expose you. Come on now.
But thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Last but not least, shout out to Farid Joffrey and
And the first comedian to perform on the first comedy club in East Africa. Kamisim Day.
I feel like that is more in your mind than it is in my mind.
But it's
Like,
the reality of what happened.
You always say it, and then I'm like, oh, that happened. Okay.
That's the reality of what happened, dog. You know?
Yeah.
Dog, that's really, like, these are the things that people won't talk about or they won't understand.
Yeah, man.
But just because you didn't see or hear something doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah, it happened, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man. And we were there to witness it.
It was dope.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So, having given a shout out to a number of random people, shout out to you, Joe Lucy.
Yeah, for being at work and not giving us juice.
You're the real one.
You're the real ones.
Hopefully, next time we will have you on the podcast. Bye, Joanne.